Hello, Tel Aviv. Hello, Global Forum. And thanks to all my friends at AJC, including Ted Deutch, for your leadership in the fight against anti Semitism. Your work has helped to advance the safety and security of Jewish communities across the United States and all around the world. I also want to congratulate the special envoys, including my good friend Ambassador Deborah Lipstadt, for receiving the AJC David Harris Award. As the first Jewish spouse of an American president or vice president, combating anti Semitism is very personal to me. My own great grandparents escaped persecution from what is now Poland around 120 years ago to live their dreams in the United States of America. And while they were lucky to escape, there were so many others who weren't. Anti Semitism is the world's oldest form of hate, yet it remains all too present in communities across our nation. Although Jews make up just over 2% of the overall population in the United States, anti Semitic hate crimes are occurring at the highest rate on record. Under the leadership of President Biden and Vice President Harris, we are condemning and combating anti Semitism at every turn. Last December, we hosted a roundtable at the White House with Jewish leaders, including AJC, to discuss combating anti Semitism in communities. A few days later, President Biden established an all-of-government group to develop a national strategy to counter anti Semitism and hate. And that group got right to work, mobilizing more than 24 federal agencies and conducting listening sessions with more than 1,000 Jewish leaders, faith leaders, civil rights leaders to help create the strategy. Then, in January, Ambassador Lipstadt and I traveled to Poland to commemorate International Holocaust Remembrance Day. But we also traveled to Germany to meet with special envoys from across Europe to learn about their plans to safeguard Jewish heritage and combat hatred of Jews. And when we returned, our work continued. I spoke at the United Nations about the scourge of anti Semitism. We hosted conversations with many different groups, college students, interfaith leaders, executives in the sports and entertainment industries, and members of Congress. And last month, we released the first ever United States National Strategy to Counter Anti-Semitism. The strategy includes input from AJC and has received overwhelming support from the public. The strategy is rooted in President Biden and Vice President Harris's agenda to fight hate more broadly, strengthen our democracy, and to protect religious freedom. And most importantly, this plan will help to save lives. Now, our administration is working to implement this plan. Just last week, at the U.S. Conference of Mayors' 91st annual meeting, I heard directly from local leaders about the actions that they are taking to fight hate in their own communities. As we continue to build a whole-of-society approach to counter anti-Semitism, we will need your help. We need leaders like all of you to encourage everyone to speak out against hate, call out those who don't, and take action in their communities. Working in partnership, we will prevent and counter anti-Semitism at every level of society and all around the world. This work isn't easy, but together, I know that we will get the job done. Thank you very much.